All right, we're back. We're back, everybody. Yes, we had a little problem. We had major problems on the home front, but we're back. Yeah, you beat Juan. What's up, Alex? Missed your call. I had a problem at home. We had to fix some stuff at the house. So that's what was going on there. Got interrupted. Let me tell you something. Remember, if you're old and gray-haired like me, right? And old as Gear Grabber and everybody. Remember when you were a kid? You went outside, you played kick the can, hide and seek, things like that, football, baseball, right? Nowadays, kids do nothing but play online. Computers, iPads, whatever, right? So, the internet went down. Now, they call me, so I have to, try to fix the internet. I'm 300 miles from the house, but we fixed the internet. They're up and running again. So, that live feed's over. We just do this one. And Justin wanted to see this. Now, we've seen a lot of fuel videos from the other internet people or guys out there. We're going to do the fuel, and we're going to show how to do it right. All right. So, this is fuel. And how do you know you're getting the cheapest fuel? All right. It all has to do with the IFTA tax rate to see if you're getting the cheapest fuel. Now, we don't care if you have 20 cents off a gallon at the Pilot, or 20 cents a gallon off at the TA. Because if you fuel at the Pilot all the time, you get 20 cents. You'll get 20 cents off the gallon, whether it's Ohio, Michigan, California, wherever, if that's your discount. Schneider gives you a few more cents out west, but if you're out west, you're out west, right? So if you get 20 in the regular states and 30 out there, well, if you fuel in Arizona, Washington, California, you're gonna get 30, right? So Jesse's old. He knows what I'm talking about. He knows all about the kick the can game and all that stuff. So when you want to know your cheapest fuel, so let's say you're going through. Here's your trip, right? Here's your trip. Let's say you're going through Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. These are the states you're going through. Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, and Illinois. All right? So Missouri, here's the IFTA rate. Missouri is 17 cents. Illinois is going to be around 30 something, right? 33.4. Arkansas and Texas, 22.5 for Arkansas, and Texas is 20. All right? So it's real simple. It's real simple. And this is where a lot of people fuel their trucks wrong, okay? For instance, if the fuel in Texas, now I don't have the right, the irregular amounts. I mean, somebody wants to look up at the Pilot app and see what the Pilot fuel prices are in these states, that's fine. But we're just going to show an example, right? So, if fuel in Texas is $2.70 a gallon, and Illinois is $2.80 a gallon, and Missouri is $2.70, and Arkansas is I don't know, what do you want to say? $2.65? All right. So there's your deal. Well, let's make this. Here, let's make this more. Let's make this even. Let's say it's 275, 270, and 272. All right, there's your fuel prices, let's say. Now, who's going to tell me where the cheapest fuel is on that board? Right? Where's the cheapest fuel to buy on that board? Texas is $2.70 a gallon. Arkansas is $2.72. Missouri's $2.75. Illinois is $2.80. Anybody got any takers? Justin says Illinois. So to buy the fuel right, all you got to do is take the pump price, right? Subtract your IFTA. So this is really $2.50 a gallon. This here is really $2.69 and a half. This here is $2.60 or $2.58. And this one here is $2.46.6. Well, $2.46. We'll just say it's $2.46. So Illinois is cheaper by 4 cents over that one. It's way cheaper over this one. Well, that's 22. I'm sorry. That should be 249. 2,495. So people don't get mad at me that I did it wrong. All right. So Illinois is cheaper by 3.5 cents, by 3 cents over Arkansas, and it's 4 cents better in Texas, and so forth. So Illinois would be your cheapest fuel, even though it has the most expensive pump price. Most expensive pump price. But when you back the IFTA out of it, that's your cheapest. That's where you want to buy all your fuel. You want to buy all your fuel in Illinois in this example, because it goes by miles per gallon, right? So if you get 7 miles per gallon and you drive 700 miles in Illinois, you're supposed to buy 100 gallons there, right? And if you didn't buy 100 gallons there, the gallons you should have bought there, let's say you only bought 50, then you got to take 50 gallons times 33.4 cents, and you're going to owe Illinois that price. Okay? So if you're supposed to buy 100 gallons in Illinois and you bought none, then you'd owe Illinois $33.40. And see, this is where you get in trouble. If you bought all your fuel in Texas, let's say you bought 200 gallons in Texas, you only needed 100. You used 100 there. You get $20 credit. Well, $20 credit, and you owe Illinois $33.40, you still owe $13.40 on your IFTA, because you overpurchased in Texas and the credit is only 20 cents. To where if you overpurchase in Illinois, your credit pays for all these other states, because all those are lower than 33.4 cents. That's the simple way. That just breaks it down. That's the easy way to look at it. So look at your route, write down the states you're going in, look up the IFTA tax rate for each state, or you could download the chart. See, it looks like this. You could download the chart. Woo! You can download the IFTA tax chart, and it looks like this, right? And you can get your numbers off of there. Well, it's not confusing. Let me sum it up so it's really simple. Watch this. Here's how you figure your cheapest fuel. I should have got me a paper towel, and I'll get one right here. All right. So this is the simple way to do it. It's not confusing at all. Just take your pump price, whatever it is. Let's say it's $2.50. That's at the pump. Subtract your IFTA. Subtract the IFTA for that state. Let's say it's 20 cents. Then you're really paying $2.30 a gallon for it. Okay, this is Missouri. Now, if you're in Illinois, if you're going between Missouri and Illinois, and it's $2.60 a gallon, you subtract the 33.4 cents for Illinois, and you're at $2.266. So right there, you know the fuel in Illinois, not Missouri. It's cheaper in Illinois than Missouri, even though Illinois' price is 10 cents higher than Missouri. It's the IFTA. So all you're doing is take the pump price minus the IFTA tax, and whatever's cheapest, that's where you want to buy it. It's just simple subtraction. Just take your pump price minus the IFTA, boom, 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 in each of the states you drive through, look them up on Pilot, see what the prices are, and you can easily do that calculation in a matter of seconds. If you know what state you're driving through, and you have this little IFTA chart right here, and that'll tell you exactly what the tax is. And then that's where you want to buy your fuel. Now, some people buy the fuel by the trip. That's not the best way to do it either. You should have enough money to where it doesn't matter. Yeah, ifta.org. Yeah. So, if I did it by the trip and I bought a few gallons here and then I got over here and bought a few gallons there, I'm actually losing money. I should just fill the truck up here, because you're going to use the fuel anyway, right? You're going to use the fuel anyway. Yeah, fourth quarter's up. You're going to use the fuel anyway, okay? So, buy it. Fill it up. Take the cheapest price. Right? So there you go. It works the same for all companies. This works the same for all companies. You can't get around that. It works the same for all companies. Because it's like this. If you overpurchase, when you overpurchase fuel, this is how they figure it out. They take your miles per gallon, right? Miles per gallon. And we'll use 6 miles per gallon. Your truck gets 6 miles per gallon, okay? That's what you get. So if you do a 60-mile trip in Illinois, right here, Illinois is going to take your miles per gallon divided by the 60 miles you ran in the state, and they're going to say you should have bought 10 gallons. You should have bought 10 gallons in Illinois. And if you didn't buy 10 gallons in Illinois, Illinois is going to charge you 33.4 cents times 10. You're going to owe them $3.34. You'll owe Illinois. Okay? So you drive into Missouri. You buy your fuel in Missouri. All right? So you do 60 miles in Missouri, which you should buy 10 gallons, but you bought 20 gallons there, right? You overpurchased by 10 gallons. So Missouri will give you a credit of 20 cents per gallon you overpurchased. So if you overpurchased 10, they'll give you $2 back. So now you subtract the $2 from the Illinois, and you still owe $1.34. You're still not below the zero. You still owe $1.34. So let's take it in reverse. All right, and we say we bought all of our fuel in Illinois, right? We're going to buy the 20 gallons in Illinois. So let's see what this really cost us. If we buy 20 gallons in Missouri, that's $50, right? That's $50. Now, we know we're going to have to pay $1.34, right? $1.34 to Illinois. So our total cost was $51.34 to buy the 20 gallons in Missouri, right here. Now let's flip this around. Now we're going to see if we buy our 20 gallons all in Illinois and not Missouri. Let's see where we land. Let's see where we land. All right, so we buy the 20 gallons here. That's $52. We're above the 51.34, right? But watch where it comes into play. We over purchased, right? 10 gallons. That's $3.34. Now, we should have bought 10 gallons in Missouri. They're going to charge us $2. But we over purchased, so we got a minus 134. Minus 134. We got, what do we got here? $50.66. So we saved 68 cents. Plus 68 cents in our pocket. Just on 20 gallons. Now think if it was 200 gallons. Right? Now we're saving $7. If it's 400 gallons, we're saving, 13, 14 bucks. See, so the more gallons you're having to buy, the bigger that's going to be. If it was 1,000 gallons, you would save 68 bucks buying in Illinois over Missouri. So that shows you that higher price tag actually saves you money through the IFTA, because that's a higher IFTA state. Does that cover it? Does that cover it pretty good? So that's the IFTA tax rate. How you do the fuel. It all depends on certain things. Depends on your miles per gallon. Depends on where you're going. And if you trip plan and buy it where you need to buy it, you will save money. Just because the pump is cheaper in one state than the other state, that doesn't mean that's the cheapest state to buy it in. You got to do the calculation with the IFTA. And if you do that every time, you will always come out in the positive. You'll always come out better off in the pocketbook. Good live chat, email me. I will send you my phone number. Mr. Jesse Barrett at gmail.com. Well, I can't write that down, man. I don't have a pen. Email me, Jesse. Man, Jesse trying to make me get out a pen and paper. Can you believe this? Oh, I got one right here. Let's see what this is. All right, let's see what this is. All right, let's see here. All right, so there we go. Justin, I hope that helps you out. I tried to break it down simple. I hope that helps you out. Basically, just look at the tax rates in all the states. See the states you're going through. So just subtract that tax rate for each state off those fuel prices. Whichever one's cheapest, that's where you want to buy all your fuel on that trip. Every trip will be different, right? So if you're going through 4 states, if you have that little chart sitting next to you, or handy in your notebook, get on the Pilot app, right? You get on the Pilot app and look in each one of those states at the fuel prices, find the cheapest Pilot in each one on your route, write it down, subtract that IFTA out of there, and whichever one has the cheapest, that's where you put all your fuel on. There you go. Right? And Indiana has changed their tax rate. That's why their fuel went way high. Pennsylvania is another one. Pennsylvania has a super high IFTA. I mean, they changed it. I think it's up in the 70s now or somewhere up in there. Let me see what this thing says. Pennsylvania is 74.7. Yeah, Anthony. Indiana has took the fuel surcharge. They've added that stuff to the pump, and instead of doing like an 18, 16, or 12, whatever it was something funky. It's 47 cents on diesel now. They've done away with that surcharge and everything. It's 47 cents. Indiana. It's flat rate like everybody else, but they went super high. It's 47 cents. So Indiana's 47. Indiana used to be a place you never wanted to buy fuel at, because you would get, the little bit of IFTA they get you, plus they hit you with a surcharge, and it was just a mess. And you didn't get very much, if you over-purchased, you didn't get very much at all to cover the other states you ran through. It never covered any of them. Kind of like back in the Michigan days, right? When Michigan was, what were they? They were something funky. They were like 21 and 12 or something like that. Where if you just ran in the state of Michigan, you could never buy enough fuel to pay your tax. It was crazy. It was unbelievable. Anyway, it was a crazy setup in Michigan back in the day. But because if you over purchased, the credit wasn't that much. It wasn't the same as what you were paying, being charged. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah, PA. Well, yeah. Give me the price of fuel in Pennsylvania, Mr. My Transition. What is it? I know what it is. I paid this. It was $2.85 in Ohio. That's right here. What is it in Pennsylvania? Can somebody shoot me a number? What it is in Pennsylvania? Anybody fuel there? Anybody fuel in there? Anybody got a Pennsylvania? $3? All right, so check this out. People say, man, I'm gonna fuel in Ohio. What then? Is it 4 1/4? What is it? Some people say 3, some say $2.99. What is it in Ohio or in Pennsylvania? I doubt it's 4 1/4 in Pennsylvania, Dennis. All right, I believe the $3 mark. It's $3. Let's say it's $3, right? Well, you take 74. It's basically almost 75 cents. 74.7. 2 1/4. Pennsylvania is 32 cents cheaper. 32 cents cheaper, Outlaw. Look at that. People going through Ohio is going to go, oh, I buy all my fuel in Ohio. It's $2.85. Pennsylvania's $3. Well, let's look at that. He says $3.29. So it's $3.35 now. Well, it probably depends on where at, right? Where at in Pennsylvania. But even if we took this up to, let's say you can find it for $3.20, right? Still $2.45. If you go up to $3.30, still $2.55. It's still cheaper. Still cheaper at $3.30 than Ohio, right? But the big kicker is this. Here's the big kicker. Yeah, it's $3.29. So if we change that to a 9 or $3.29, then it's around $2.54. So it's 3 cents cheaper in Ohio. You're 3 cents cheaper in PA than Ohio at $3.29, $2.85. Now everybody knows this. Almost every driver that doesn't know this calculation will buy all their fuel in Ohio. Can we agree on that? Can we agree on that? They're all going to buy their fuel in Ohio because they're going to say, man, I'm 44 cents, man. 44 cents cheaper, right? Can we say that's what they're going to do? Can we say that? All right, now here's the problem. here's the problem. Let's say we do 180 miles in Ohio and 600 in PA, right? We got 300 and 300 back. And we end up right there like in Youngstown, right? And we get 6 miles to the gallon. Here's the problem. Well, we need 30 gallons and we need 100, so we need to purchase 130 gallons, right? We need to purchase 130 gallons to do this trip, right? So if we buy it all right here in Ohio, somebody take 285 times 130. Anybody got a calculator on? I mean, I could do it with my iPad right here. I can do it with this thing. Maybe if it turns on. But see, here's the problem. Here's where they get in trouble. 285 times 130. They'd spend $370.50, right? If they bought it in Ohio, it's $370.50. If they buy that same 130 at $329, they spend $427.70. And they're going to say, wow, man, I saved myself $57.20. But wait, there's more. There's more. Because Pennsylvania's going to say, now here's your savings. Watch, guys. Here you saved. All right, when you buy that, right, with those fuel prices, you're going to save 57 and 20 cents. All right, but now here's where the IFTA comes in. You should have bought 100 gallons here. The rate is 75 cents. 74.7, right? 74.7. Well, you're going to owe PA $74.70. You're going to owe them $74.70. Now you over-purchased 100 gallons here. Ohio is going to give you back, what's Ohio? 28 cents? Is it 28? Anybody have that Ohio figure? Ohio, 28 cents. So, Ohio's going to give you a credit of $28. So there you go. You follow me? 353 equals 353. But anyway, you do your calculation. Here you're gonna owe these guys $75. You do your 329. Well, that wasn't. I don't even know what number this is anymore. But anyway, you do your calculation. You subtract out what you would owe out of here, and what your credit would be here, and then you see where your money falls. Anyway, that's how you do it. Off of these stupid things right here. Off of these charts. Yeah, go do a kale shake. This is making my head swim. That made my head swim. But that's how you do it. You just subtract it out, buy your fuel, and you'll get your credits and stuff, and you can go through it and do it all on there. But you want to buy it cheapest, where you take the IFTA tax rate out. And if that's where it's cheapest, that's where you buy it. Because, for example, when you had that 600 miles, and you should have bought 100 gallons, If you'd over purchased in in Pennsylvania, you get 75 cents for every gallon you over purchased. So if you'd bought an extra 100 gallons, that's $75 that will go towards the other states that you run through. So if you ran through Ohio, 200 miles in Ohio, let's say 240 miles in Ohio, you'd owe them 40 gallons of fuel at that 28 cents. So you'd owe them $9.60. But you had $75 credit. So now you're down in in the 60s, and so on and so on and so on. That's how it works, though. Just sell cookies if you owe. Yeah, just sell cookies. Most of the time on my quarterly, I only owe probably 20 or 30 bucks max. Is usually what I have to send in. I got that on my nice wall right there. I got that marker on my wall. Look at that, gear grabber. You marked up my wall, man. 2 things are guaranteed: taxes and death. That's right. No one leaves here alive. Isn't that right, Outlaw? No one leaves here alive. So that's the way it is. I don't know if this will come off my nice wall. It might. It might come out of that fabric. Good thing this is a full maintenance lease. Yeah, good enough. Just fuel twice this week in California. All right, check the IFTA. No more than 315 lots lapsed. Death rate still in person. Yeah, I'm saying the fuel. You can get it. You can get it in PA for $3, $3.19, $3.10. Nailed it says it's a lease. Don't worry about it. No, I like to have my truck nice and because who knows? Maybe I wanted to buy it or something. I always run it, even though I got a full maintenance lease. I run it just like I'm buying it, like I own it, and this is why. This is why. It's what makes the money. So I take care of it. I don't care if I'm not going to buy the truck and it's theirs, and I give it back to them and get another one. I'm going to run it and take care of it just like I was going to purchase it, because it's what makes the money. So don't mistreat it. That's just like as a company driver. If you're a company driver out there, don't slam the gears and you get mad. Don't do all kinds of crazy stuff with the truck, because that's what makes your money. That's what you're driving to make your money. If it's broke, you're not making no money. So drive it like you're buying it. Right? That's the old saying. Because everybody knows if you give people things in life and they don't have to earn it, right? Like cars and things like that. What happens to those cars? What happens to those vehicles? If you give somebody a vehicle and they didn't have to pay for it or nothing, what happens to that vehicle? What happens to it? How do they treat it? How do they treat that vehicle if they didn't have to put no money in it? That's right, Russ. They don't take care of it. They don't care. They have no skin in the game. So they don't take care of it. So that's the same thing as company trucks. A lot of guys that have that philosophy, and gals, since they didn't have to buy it and they're not paying for it, they don't take care of it. But that's the company guys and gals that aren't in trucking no more, or they're not making any money, or they're broke, is because they're not realizing that, hey, that truck is what's making me my money. So if they took care of it like it was theirs, because really they're not thinking about it. They are paying for that truck, because when they drive that truck, they're paying for the truck for the company, because all the miles and loads they run, they're paying the payment on the truck. They just don't see the payment because the company's taking it out of there and giving them, 30, 40 cents on a mile instead of $2 or $3 on a mile, right? So company driver, you are paying for the truck. You're paying everything for that truck. You're paying the payments. You're paying the interest. You're paying the insurance. You're paying the plates, permits. You're paying for that company truck, because if you're driving it, you're buying that truck for the company. There's no way around it. You're driving it and you're buying it for the company. So take care of it, because that's your livelihood. I can't see it on a laptop there, godson, says Jose. All right, so that's it for today. Anybody got any questions? I might answer them, might not. I might let other people here just answer them. I just might sit back and have me some right there. This is the best drink in the world. This is better than Kale Shakes that Gear Grabber proclaims he drinks, which I never seen him drink one in my life. But let me tell you why this is the best drink. Anything that can take battery acid off of a battery has got to be able to clean your insides out. Cheers. It's got to clean your insides out. If it can eat the battery acid off a battery, right? It's got to do wonders for the inside. You know what I'm saying? Just a thought. Oh, Faygo ginger ale. Man, he must be a Michigander talking about Faygo. Thanks, Air. When you get Gear Grabber into a full maintenance lease Volvo, do I get his ProStar? I don't know. Ask him. Ask him, because I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Yeah, tips for a full maintenance lease. If you're looking at a Volvo, you want to go inside and actually talk to the dealer. Talk to the dealer, and sit down with him, talk to him. Now I am working. I am in talks with my Volvo dealer, and Saginaw born. There you go. So I am in talks with my Volvo dealer that I use. I'm trying to get them to expand their territory, right? I said there's a lot of guys out there that would like to have a full maintenance lease, but there's a lot of dealers that won't give it to an individual. And I said, you guys do. So you need to make up a package for someone that doesn't live in the state that's economical for you and them, right? And I gave them several different ways that they could go about this. Different scenarios, different price points, and things like that. And Gear Grabber knows. He knows I talked to him about it. And so I'm trying to, get something put together. I'm seeing if they'll get something put together for guys that live like in the Midwest or, 10 or 12 state region or something like that. And different things in our contract, because they'd like to see the truck. So instead of seeing it every 3 months when the PMs do, I said if they live out of state, make it every 6 months, make it once a year. Charge a few more cents per mile because the maintenance has to be done in all the other Volvo shops and have to be paid top dollar, that thing. There's ways you can write something up that can be beneficial for the dealer and the other party. So I'm working on that. So if it ever comes about, you guys will be the first ones that'll see it and hear about it. And then you all can flood their phone up there and just call them like crazy. Right? Call them like crazy. Ike is looking for a job. Why, is he quitting? I haven't watched any videos hardly at all. I've been really busy. I didn't do anything this weekend except getting Gear Grabber all set up making sure everything's all set to go, and things like that. Well, Mike, here's why I don't like the Penske. Well, see, here's the thing. If you're looking at Penske and Ryder, you can't take those trucks and put them on with a mega carrier, or really any carrier. Those trucks, you can full maintenance lease them, but you better have your own authority to do it, because they don't write them up as a full maintenance lease. They're written up as a rental, and no mega carrier will let you put on a rental truck. Almost all of them have things against rental trucks. So like this full maintenance lease, the reason why I got it on with Schneider is because it's written up as a lease purchase. Full maintenance lease purchase. It's got an option to purchase at any time during the whole lease. There's no set time you got to buy it if you want or not. They give you a price every single month what you could buy it for, and it's set up as a lease purchase, but at the end of it, it's a walk away if you don't even want it. There's no, penalties or none of that stuff. You can just walk away. There's no balloon at the end you have to either finance or trade in or nothing like that. So, well, it won't be tonight, Harold. I have no minute. Alex! See, this ain't good enough information. Alex threw out $1. That won't even buy me a soda pop, man. Coca-Cola. Shoot, these are like, if you go in the store, I don't understand TAs, man. They're one of the most expensive people around. They want like $2 for a soda. Is it crazy? You can go into a store and get a 6-pack for $2 something. I got Powerades and everything underneath the seat over there. Oh, you're driving. This would have been great. Wouldn't it have been great, everybody, if Alex is cruising down the road, right? And he's trying to do a super chat. He's got his finger on that sliding scale, and he hits a bump, and that thing went all the way over to like $1,000, and it hit the screen. Man, wouldn't that have been funny? Or $100 or something. That'd been funny. Now, Alex, that'd have been funny. I'd have gave it back to you though, man. But it just would have been funny to see it go across there, and you'd been like, "What the heck is going on?" I'd have shot it right back to you. Can I show up at like Trucking Doorstep Volvo 880 with an ex-Warner trailer? No. There's gonna be no Warner trailers ever. Because like I said, every truck I've ever had has been hit by one of those blue trailers. Every single one of them. So no, I do not like the blue trailers. New Jersey, Maine, Delaware, and Minnesota are the best states to buy fuel by this IFTA subtraction method, with Kansas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana slightly higher as for the places people actually go. That's right, Stu. And if they had garlic and olive oil in those places, you'd probably pay the extra price. It's good for the blood circulation. All right, so what we got here? A YouTuber that isn't a tool should have been a prerequisite, Snorlord. Yeah, Dylan, I'll take your logging truck. I got enough property out there. I can set it out there. Gliders. Oh, there ain't nothing wrong with gliders if you like gliders. Motor says, looking to go to Schneider IC as a stepping stone and like your way of running. Just heard it's hard for a full... Yeah, it's hard for a full maintenance lease. I mean, I'm not going to lie about it. Everybody knows it is. And some people have already got them. They were able to, find a dealer that would deal with them. And Schneider's not a bad place either. It's a good place for a stepping stone. It's where you can, learn about being an independent contractor, having the helping hand of a big company. There's a lot of micromanaging, though, when it comes to big companies. But everybody on here that was a pumpkin driver knows, Gear Grabber, Snorlord, everybody, it's a good place to be successful because you have consistent freight. It's consistent year-round. It doesn't matter how bad the economy gets. You're still going to make money, and it's consistent. It's a consistent paycheck. So, like Russ Maynard did, right? Russ had a Schneider Finance truck, had a 1-year truck. Now, he did it right. You know, when we talked, so get the 1 year only and then get another truck. So he made consistent money, saved money. So when the 1 year was up, he put on that big down payment, got himself the truck he wanted, hasn't looked back since. So that's how you do it. Use it as a stepping stone, and you work hard, because if you get a Schneider Finance truck, you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to work hard, folks. It's not a game. And what's really funny about it is this. Oh, Godson, $10. Woo! Let me take a swig. So, if you're going to do the Schneider Finance thing, all new guys do this, and I don't know why. When you come out of orientation, a lot of people want to go home. And they give you some time without paying a payment. Some are 2 weeks, so forth and so forth. Just depends on what deal they're doing, right? But here's what you do. If you go right to the house, go home just to put your stuff in it and work. If you have 2 or 3 weeks off, or however many it is, a couple weeks, 2, 3, whatever it is, for no payments, work your butt off for those weeks. Make the money while you can make it without that payment. And that's a good start. Right? That's a good start. But here's what most people do. Oh, wow, I got this nice truck, boo, and they sit around, they do their 34, but then they go home, then they sit at home for a week. Oh, I don't have no payment. Then they sit home for another week. Oh, I don't have no payment. Next thing you know, they get their first check. Oh, I ain't got no money. Well, no, because you didn't understand that. So if you went out and worked hard for a week and took your payment out yourself and stuck it in the bank, right? Worked the second week, took that $800, $900, whatever it is, up and stuck it in the bank. Now you got $1,800, $1,900 in there in the savings account. And then that third week when the payment comes out, doesn't matter. You're used to it because you've been taking it out. So you know what your checks are. And you can see if where you're running works or not in those 2 weeks. If you take the money out and you look at the paycheck, it goes, wow, that's what my pay would be. I got to change something. But no, what they do is they run, they go home, sit home, sit home, sit home. They run a little bit, sit home, because they run 2 or 3 runs, go, wow, I got a $1,200 check, or I got a $1,500 check. Well, yeah, because nothing's coming out of it. That's why. And then when they get hit with that first check and it's hardly nothing, $200, $300, they're all mad. Right? Alex giving $1 every time someone super chats. So if 1 million people give $1, Alex is going to be broke. Alex is going to be broke. Alex, you're going to be driving that truck forever, son. Forever. Right? What's Burger doing? Burger says that he put in for a steak dinner fund. Well, I appreciate that, Burger. And that's right, Alex. Just think about it. If everybody on this channel right now threw in $1, you'd be out $100. And then if they did it again, see, if everybody in here threw in 100, you'd have to put out 10 grand. Whoo! Man, Alex, they could break you. You better burn them wheels, baby. You better burn those wheels. Because Outlaw's got the money. Outlaw will put you down now. That's right. You're going to be working. You better call up that company and say, give me some more runs. Oh, that'd have been funny, though. I went out and stayed out because I was scared to be if it was the Trans Am. Yep. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, or the transmission goes out the mother's minivan, or something happens at home and they got to pay that money and all that, you know. Yeah, Burger says you're in the hole for insurance and escrow too. That's right. And Christian Trucker, it's like, there's nothing wrong pulling the pumpkin trailers. I mean, see, that's what I did. You know, when I left Landstar, I had my own trailer and everything. And I had the graphics on the side of it with the video game business, the logos and everything, and it was copyrighted. And it's still in copyright today. If you go into the government copyright archives and put in that name, there it is, still there. and because you never know. But anyway, you never know what's going to happen in life. So, I sold the trailer. I went on with Schneider when they got the new thing they came out with, and I was one of the first initial people on it. And I just got complacent. It was easy. Click and go is easy, man. Click and go is easy. That's why all these brokers out here, they're going to be in trouble. Because when you got the Ubers and the other guys of the world coming out with click and go apps, man, they're going to be in trouble. Because all the old schoolers are going to have to, rise up and get with the program, or no one's going to haul their freight. Because when they go to the click and go system, what's that do? That streamlines everything. That means they can pay more per mile. That's like, for instance, today, right? I took an Uber load, and yesterday I was at home, and there was one for $1,200 for 300 miles, van freight. The one I had today was close to $800 for 210 miles. Now, the load going back, I called Coyote Logistics, and I couldn't believe it. It's a 210 mile run right back. And I said, well, how much is that? They said it was $400. I said, are you crazy? Well, we're not going to give more than $450. I said, well, I ain't going on my truck. Because I called, I got on DAT, I got me a load, paying $800 going back. For the same, for like 230 miles, right? So it's like, I'm not going to haul that cheap stuff when the freight rates are really, really good, especially because, everything that's happened these last two hurricanes. There's hundreds and hundreds of trucks sitting down there in Florida right now, just sitting there. There's still trucks sitting over in Texas. And the freight rates are really good. And here these brokers are trying to, keep half or 3/4 or whatever of the money. And I don't run my truck like that. It's going to make X amount of dollars per mile, or it's not running down the road with that broker's freight in it. That's just the way it is. Hey, Dylan, thanks for the $1.50, man. Look at that. Man, Alex, they're making you pay. Brent threw $1.01. You had to throw $1. He throws $1.50. Oh, Alex, you in trouble, man. You in trouble. If I kept this thing going for 3 hours, you might have to call up and do a truce, right? You might have to be throwing up the white flag. I can't tell the rates are up to Mercer. It's going down for us. Did you get a better rate at Thunder Funding yet? All you gotta do is call and see if they'll give you one. Right? Call and see if they'll give you one. Joe! Hey, thanks for the $5, Joe. Now you can buy a Coke and take a... That's funny. Man, you guys are cracking me up. Daniel Lee, it's going good, man. It's going good. We got Gear Grabber on with us. And there you go. What's my rate? It's up there. I think they take about 38% from me. I don't know. I didn't ask. No, the more business you do, Justin, down the road, they told me, once you start growing and the more business you flow through, you can get better rates. So, Frank Road Pro, you need some subs? 31 invoices so far. I think I'm up to 110 or 111. And then once Gear Grabber comes on, shoot, we're going to double that. Snyder question, they are getting new Volvo at the end of October. Recruiter will call me then. Anyone got an idea how much? It'll be a week, and is it reasonable for a lease? Well, it depends on what Volvo. Is it the 670? Or is it the 780? Well, you're never going to get 1.5, Justin. 1.5 is going to be a non-recourse rate. Non-recourse rates are 1 to 1.5. No recourse, or that's recourse rate. No recourse is going to be, you might be able to get down to about 1.8, but you're going to have to do like, $500,000+ through there or more, or $1 million plus a year through there to get that kind of rate. 2 to 4, somewhere in there, but it just depends. But you got to watch that too. I had one company call me up and they offered me 2.8. Sounds good, but then you look at all the fees, and the fees were like double of what they were charging. So then the 2.8's not that good. So, same thing with that. You got to do your homework. McTrucker. No way, Gear Grabber. Did he miss the flight out of the Ukraine? Are you kidding me? Did he really miss the flight out of there? Or is it out of JFK? Oh, my Lord. Yeah, get a truck, says Jonathan. 404 trucker. You missed JFK? Oh, that's not bad. He could spend the night out there in New York. New York's a good place. He could spend the night out there in New York. But, yeah, so that was the big thing earlier. Anybody that's on here didn't know, Gear Grabber joined the organization. He signed up yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, right? He signed up on Monday. And we're gonna work out the bugs for the next phase. So we're gonna sit there and work on it for a little bit. But yeah, on Monday when we were eating the steak at the Lucky Steakhouse, that's when it was all going down. It's 8 pages, Justin. It's 8. It's only on 4 pieces of paper though, because my laser printer prints front and back. So it's only 4 pieces of paper. So it's really simple. And if you read all these trucking contracts, they're all the same. They all use a generic contract, pretty much. And then they tailor it to what they need. Right? The Swerve, okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Swerve. All right, man. He just did it 32 days ago. Oh yeah, the qualifications profile. Whoo, whoo, man. That's a big file, man. That's a big file. I can help you out with it though. Just I'll look it up and see if I can find your email. Right? But that's why in the new entrant safety audit video, for the guys that watch that, they know what I use and why I chose that ELD system. Because there's no other, I don't care what anybody says, there's no other system that does the back office that thing does for you. Right, Gear Grabber? Gear Grabber, let me ask Gear Grabber something. Are you in here? Yes or no? You still in here, Gear Grabber? Let me ask Gear Grabber something. Now, Gear Grabber, when I sent you that link, right? When I sent you that link for the online application that this back office supplies, and you filled it out, and I sent you, I don't know how many documents it was for you to sign and fill out. Was that the most thorough process you've ever been through in trucking in 20 years or what, my friend? Because I'll tell you what, if you do everything that thing says to do, there is no way in the world you're not legal. No way in the world. When that system says your driver's qualified, your driver's qualified. When that thing gives you the go-ahead, right? When that thing gives you the go-ahead and there's no more red marks there, it says you're a qualified. And same thing, it does the same thing for the vehicles. It does the same thing for your tractors and trailers and everything. When it says that those vehicles are now qualified, they are qualified. So when DOT comes and checks your stuff for an audit, there's nothing to find, because they leave no page unturned. Why? Because if you look at all the forms that you buy in truck stops and everywhere else, their name's on them. They are the industry safety leader and compliance leader. That's why. Do I like their ELD system, the log? Not really. But they all have their quirks, right? They all have their quirks. You know, could be a little more fancier, a little, better up gadget or something, but it does the job. They could have a few more features you could, do with it, but I know why they do what they do, because you're not supposed to be able to change things like you can at the Big Orange and some of those other places, right? Their ELDs really aren't. Over at the Big Orange, their ELDs really aren't totally legal, because the parameters, they got the parameters set up certain ways. Anybody who's over there knows you can manipulate them a little bit, and you're not supposed to be able to manipulate the stuff. So, it is what it is. Because in all actuality, when you have an ELD in your truck, let's say you're rolling down the highway and you come up on a traffic jam, and some ELDs you can put in off-duty mode and you can drive in the traffic for 20-30 minutes and it's logging you off duty. That's really not legal. But certain systems you can do it on. This system can't do it, because if you try to do it, and as soon as them wheels start rolling, guess what? It's all on the drive line, baby. So, it is what it is. But anyway, we got Gear Grabbers all hooked up, and that was a chore, because there's different manufacturers, different bus systems on the motherboards, and you got to know which one is which. So it's trial and error until you get the right one, because one manufacturer could have 4 or 5 different ones, right? Yeah, but see, the new rule is you got a certain amount of hours to get it fixed. When the new rule goes into effect, you can run on paper log, but that has to be fixed within X amount of time. See, when the new rule hits effect, you can't stay on paper and say that your machine don't work. It'll get you by for a day or two, but then it has to be fixed. So you know. And you shouldn't have to worry about it anyway, because you should be making enough money, right? You should be making enough money to where it doesn't matter. No, that's they're changing this guy's tires or something over here. He's got something wrong with his truck. Yeah, he was trying to fix his truck earlier, and I says, hey, I can move over. The spot next to me opened up, and I was going to move over there and to get more room, so I got plenty of room. So obviously he didn't get his truck fixed. He's owner operator, and he didn't want to pay. So, you know, I don't know if he's doing battery work or something, but now he's got the service truck over here. And it wouldn't matter if it was a tow truck for my trucks. I ain't got to pay for it, so it doesn't really matter. They could tow me all day long. They could tow me from here to California. I go out and see Juan. Me and Juan sit and have sopapillas, and they could tow me all the way back, and I just get a free ride there and back. Wouldn't cost me a dime. But, you know, my dealer wouldn't do that because he'd just take it to the nearest dealer. But anyway, but you know that's costly. When you have that, you're in a TA parking lot, and you got the service truck out here. So, you know, how much is that service call? Anybody know how much the service call is for the TA pickup truck to go 500 feet? Right? That's right. 404 says, whatever you got to do, find a way to get a truck, man. Get a truck. Geo Sackett throws $100 up there. That ain't going to get none. $100 to have him drive over here across the parking lot? $200 an hour. Yeah. Oh, they're looking for Snorlord's cookie girl. Hey, you want to buy some cookies? I couldn't believe that, Snorlord. He says, yeah, if somebody that sees me, and if they see me take off my shirt, they might think I like cookies. I about fell out of the truck when I heard that, man. They might think I like cookies. Now, that was funny, man. You got to give Snorlord credit. He did have a joke. You know, he came up with a joke. But, so there you go. Anybody that's doing this, insurance is the biggest thing, man. Insurance is key. Because, you know, if you're ever gonna grow a fleet, that initial insurance you have is going to predict what you can do and can't do, and how many years experience the people are going to have to sign up. And if you have the one that starts with an O and has an O in it, and so forth and so forth, I think they got a 9-year experience level. And in the trucking industry, that's quite a bit. 9+ years is quite a bit in the trucking industry. Man. Man, look at that thing. Boop, bloop, bloop, bloop. All right, folks. I'm out of here. I'm going to turn this off. And I'm going to watch some TV. I'm going to put my phone on silent, airplane mode, so I won't get any phone calls. So no one try to call me when this goes off, because I'm not answering. I'm going to kick back and relax for a minute. And there you go. So it was nice talking to everybody. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit thumbs down. They don't have a thumb sideways. So thumbs up, thumbs down, don't matter. Ring the bell, all that good stuff. And maybe somebody else will go live. Like Godson, are you in here? Go live, Mr. Burger. Is Godson in here? What's up, soul brother number 1? Godson, you still in here? Because you said you were going live. So I'm going to end this live feed, and you're going live. So we have something to watch. So everybody stay tuned. Go to S Burger 6604. He's going to go live. No, you said tonight. You said tonight. So, you must go live tonight. It doesn't matter if you got sidetracked. As soon as we hang up this phone, you fire yours up, because you're not running, you're not driving, you're sitting still. So, No, you do it now. Yeah, Progressive's 21K for Progressive, man. They're expensive. Progressive is expensive. They were out of the business for a while for writing new authorities, and they came back in it, but they jacked their prices way up. Right? Yes. Anybody, when they come over, when I open it up for more people, they'll be able to pick all their own freight. There will be no holding back, right? If you get the tools, you know, if you want to pay for different load boards and things like that, more power to you. And I don't care what they haul either, you know. It doesn't matter if the load's $400, $800, $2,000, whatever it is, doesn't matter, right? Because it's your truck. You run it the way you want to run it. It's your business. So whatever freight you want to haul, you haul it. So there you go. That's that. And no, I'm not bossy. What are you talking about, Gear Grabber? Shoot, man. I know you're just sitting at home eating Krispy Kreme donuts and probably got some bonbons now, watching television on the big screen. Yeah, I know what you're doing. You're not fooling nobody. Right? You're yelling at poor Steve. No, Steve, I ain't yelling at Steve. I'm yelling at Godson, man. You're the Godson, damn. Oh. He needs to go do his live video. That would be funny, but he won't. So I'm gonna watch. Let's see what's on this television, man. I got some satellite television right here, and we got the Wahlburgers are on. Here's American Pickers. That's what we'll watch. All right, everybody. So here's what we're doing. We're gonna watch the American Pickers. That's what we're watching. Well, Jonathan, I had a $4 a mile load. I could have done yesterday. It's $1,200 for 300 miles. I passed that up. I stayed home. I got a load today, which is close to $4 a mile. It's 210 miles for close to $800, so it's close. Tomorrow's 200 and some odd miles for 800. So, you know, the loads I'm picking are in the $3, well over $3 a mile, between $3.50 and $4. I passed by the $1.80 and $2 a mile loads. I got the Fogline software all ready to go, Gear Grabber. I sat in there and I put all my stuff in on the other program, the Fleet program. I just put my run in that I did right now as a driver to see how that works. I had to I re-downloaded everything and just started fresh with that one. So I'm just gonna run that one. I'm gonna run both programs actually. I'm gonna put my stuff in double. I'm gonna put it in on the owner-operator edition I have, and then me and your stuff I'm putting in on the Fleet program to see if I want to run it as drivers or run it as clients. So we're going to do it a couple different ways. I'll run it a couple weeks as drivers and see what it comes out and looks like, and then I might delete everything and then run it and put those same numbers back in as clients, or just get that program on a separate computer and run two different things to see what looks better and what comes out better. And then once we get all that squared away how we want that, then it might be time to, you know, open the door again. So anyway. All right, man. That's what we're doing. We will see everybody later. They got me thinking about that dang lady that went up to Steve's truck trying to sell him cookies. Because, man, I'm kind of hungry. And them cookies sound pretty good right now. And I have no cookies in the truck. I got some Pringles tater chips. But, you know, there's nothing good like a nice, good cookie. You know, whether it's oatmeal and raisin, or chocolate chip, or chocolate chunk, or, you know, peanut butter, all that. But you know what would really be good? I'll tell you what would really be good. Some turtle fudge, or some peanut butter fudge, or peanut butter and chocolate fudge. Oh man, wouldn't some nice homemade fudge be good? Whew. Man, what is that? Sound like the guy, I think he's fired up now. They might have got him started. I bet you he ran out of fuel or something. Yeah, peanut butter fudge would be great, man. Me and the wife went up to Frankenmuth, and they got some fudge shops, you know, because it's a big tourist town. It's kind of set up like Germany and stuff, you know. And we got some, there's some fudge there. And then we went to a farm, and they have like all these gift shops, apple cider. You know, they make their own apple cider and apple cider donuts. And so we had some apple cider and had a donut, but they also had made homemade fudge, so you had to have some samples of that too. So, man, that was some good stuff. Of course, I don't bring it in the truck with me. My stuff is really, you know, I got meat, fruit, and vegetables. That's all I carry in here. And so I don't get none of the good stuff. That's why I can afford to drink this once in a while, because I just eat meat, fruit, and vegetables when I'm on the road. Keeps my weight down. So anyway, that's it. We're out of here. I might have some. I got some cold peaches. I put some peaches in the refrigerator. I might eat a cold peach or something. We'll see y'all later. And I'm not having a kale shake, so don't ask me about it. And we'll see y'all later, everybody. See ya.